Oh, or we're not live yet? Oh.
Yep. Hello, everyone. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Single Sarah.
I'm Amberlicious.
And we're Untitled Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. Continuing our countdown to Chattanooga, just a couple days away. And we wanted to strike while the iron was hot on this one. And talk about The Walking Dead's Lauren Cohan, who plays Maggie. Weird turn of events over the last couple of weeks. First off, they're doing contract negotiations. She still isn't signed on for season 9. We're at the midway point of season 8 right now. As far as I know, they've already got everything shot and the episodes wrapped up. So she is not signed for season 9. She goes to everybody during contract negotiations, says, hey, I want to make the same amount of money as Norman Reedus, who plays Daryl, and Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick. And as far as I know, aside from Carl, who we figure is going to be dead after this next episode, we think, she is probably the longest running character on the show besides them two.
One of their originals.
Yes.
Am I right? Like we're totally
them
good
two,
on that.
And then Carol.
Carol, yes. Okay, I haven't heard anything about Carol. Like, what's her name? Martina McBride. Like, I don't...
What?
No, not Martina.
That's not her first
What?
name.
That's a country singer, isn't
yes,
it?
it is. Oh my God.
Melissa McBride.
Yes. God bless
Boy,
her.
that is an absolute farce on my
Real.
part.
I was like, what on earth?
Okay, let's
Anyway,
move on.
Yeah, let's move on, please.
So anyway, I don't know about her contract negotiations. I don't know what she makes. It might be worth looking up later. But anyway, whenever she told them, hey, I'm one of like the top 4 people on the show. I want to make as much as the 2 main guys. And they told her, no, to hell with that. You're not going to make that much money. And so she immediately went and started entertaining other offers. The reason that brings us here is it was just announced today that she has signed on to be the lead star in a pilot for a comedy series on ABC. So, what do y'all think?
No.
Good idea, bad idea? How's this going to affect The Walking Dead going forward?
They should have gave her that raise.
Yeah.
That's what I think about it.
I don't know how much of a raise that
See,
would
that's
have
what I
been.
was going
It
to
don't matter.
ask.
It really don't matter how much of a raise it was going to be.
I'm just curious as to how much more they're making than she is.
It has to be a substantial amount
For her to do
for
that.
her to do that. That's the thing. And even, let's just say we'll say they couldn't afford to give her that raise. You know how some managers want to tell you that. They want to tell you they can't afford to give you a raise.
But they'll give some other bozo a raise.
The thing is like, they can afford to give you something though.
Yeah.
Something would have been better than, no, you're not getting a raise. I think that looks really bad on their part,
It does.
especially since she's a woman. And the 2 top male actors that do just as much as she does, plays just as much as important role as she does, makes more than she does.
Okay, here, this is from the website comicbook.com. And they're saying Andrew Lincoln, for the most part, up to season 7, made only $92,000 per episode.
Whew. Wow.
But for season 7 and 8, they've got reports that he is now making around $618,000 per episode.
Jesus Christ.
If I'm not mistaken, most of the cast, the main cast anyway, signed a 6-season. Like I know Carl was signed through the age of 18, and that's why he's just now getting killed off. Norman Reedus, $80,000 per episode to $124,000. But
wow,
he has now increased to $550,000 per episode.
That's insane.
Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln, the 2 top guys, are making anywhere from $500,000 to about $620,000.
That is crazy. It's so crazy to think that you could have that amount of money. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Chandler Riggs was making $30,000 per episode. and he's a teenager. He wasn't even
Right.
legal age yet. And everybody will see. No definitive number on per episode income based on estimated net worth. The women are estimated to be bringing between 40 and 60,000 per episode.
But you got these two making $500,000.
But also, Robert Kirkman and other producers have recently filed a lawsuit against the network, claiming that they have been cheated by the network when it comes to profits and licensing fees.
I remember reading something about that too.
Yeah, that was going on about 6 months ago. So we've got... I think there is... Well, here's the thing. Maggie is not on the show like Norman Reedus and Andrew Lincoln are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, Carl wasn't
but
even...
her character's still just as important.
Yeah, I mean, she's still a main character.
And, like I said, they didn't have to bring her all the way up to what they were making, but they could have gave her more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
that's the thing.
If reports are to be believed right now, she's making probably 60,000 per episode, while they're making what?
$500,000.
Yeah,
or
$500,000 per episode.
So they make be pissed too.
I mean, me too. What the
they make
hell?
as much in one episode as she does in a season. So yeah, I can kind of understand why she's a little pissed off about that. But she has accepted an offer at ABC.
Mm-hmm.
So where does that leave The Walking Dead going forward? Does Maggie die? Is Maggie just
hanging out somewhere?
Cleanly written off? Or what do we got going on here? Because they've been building up her pregnancy.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll kill her off. They'll probably let her give birth.
And kill her.
Die. Yeah.
Can nobody give birth safely in the Walking Dead universe?
Maybe
I mean, I'm
not.
pretty sure. Like, Lori's deal was she had a C-section and couldn't give birth naturally, so they had to cut her open again. That sucked. Maggie hasn't had any children, as far as I know.
Well, that don't mean your first delivery won't be
true, but
horrendous.
my God, the law of averages.
I mean,
what was the mortality rate
look at my delivery. And I'm not even in the apocalypse. You know, Joseph's my only. I ended up having a C-section because, you know, he couldn't heal himself between contractions, and I stopped dilating.
Lovely.
Then I ended up back in the hospital with staph infection.
Yeah.
So that's got nothing to do with anything, what number kid it is.
Yeah, okay.
And you don't have the medical.
Exactly. You don't have the medical supplies out now in the apocalypse.
And she's already had complications with the whole Negan thing. You know.
I would be terrified to have a baby in the middle of an apocalypse.
Yeah, me too. That'd be awful. I'd be terrified to have
I'd be like,
now,
you can stay away.
Well, it's a good thing you're single, Sarah.
I know! Something works in my favor for once.
Damn. Okay.
All right, but
so
yeah,
we think they're gonna kill her off.
Look, I'm saying I don't think it's a good idea for them to kill her off. I mean, of course, obviously, I think killing Maggie off, if word gets out to enough people, because you know your average viewer doesn't keep track of the day-to-day operations, who's getting paid what, the contract disputes, all that stuff. But if they start killing off enough of these main characters,
they're gonna stop watching.
Yeah.
I mean, they are.
I'm already really ill that they're killing Carl off.
Yeah.
I'm still holding out hope that he might survive, but with each passing day, it's looking less likely. I would hate to see him kill Maggie off because, as a fan of the comic books, she has some really major story arcs coming up in the next couple of seasons that I would really, really, really like to see, especially her confrontation recently with Negan. She finally was able to come face to face with him, and it was worth it. I'm not really going to be happy with them, and like I said, we're going to continue to watch. You know, and even I think if the show became absolutely crappy, we're kind of stuck watching at this point because we've done 100 and 107
Yeah.
episode
107
reviews so far, and I think right now we're kind of married to it.
We are.
You know, like there's no way, like I'm not going to do 107.
Death do us part.
Yeah, I'm not going to do 107 and then be like, the show's getting crappy now, we're done.
Right.
Nope, Sunday nights are forever devoted to The Walking Dead as long as it continues to come on. But yeah, like I said, I'm not real happy with it. Of course, this is just a pilot. It doesn't necessarily even mean that the show's going to get picked up. But with the star power of Lauren Cohan behind it, you know, holy crap, it's a Walking Dead actress.
That's true.
There's no way that's not going to get picked up.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, it depends on how good her comedy is, let's be real.
It does, and also, just because somebody was recording another show does not necessarily mean that their part on The Walking Dead is going to go by the wayside, because Norman Reedus, he has his own show, That Ride with Norman Reedus. Granted, it's more of a reality-based type show and doesn't involve the scripting and the sets and all that other stuff. But he still is able to do another show.
Yes.
Maggie played Martha Wayne on Batman vs. Superman. And that's been during some of her most acted out parts in The Walking Dead. You know, she was very busy on The Walking Dead, and she played that. She's played, magazine shoots and, other parts in movies and TV shows, but she's never been the lead. And you would think that probably has to be a bit more time consuming. Mm-hmm. And tell me, would you rather be the lead on your own ABC sitcom, or would you rather play fourth fiddle on The Walking Dead?
It depends on how good the content is on the sitcom on ABC is, to be honest.
And I'm curious too.
If it's good content,
I'm sure she's read the script.
I might want to play lead.
Mm-hmm. Also, it depends on who you're working with.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it also depends on the pay.
The pay, who you're working with, everything. There's lots of factors. There's lots of factors to consider.
Okay, let's go ahead and take the bets now. Will she leave at the end of this season? Make your predictions.
I mean, I think if she can't get any sort of compensation, yeah. If she's not going to get it, I think she'll leave.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they'll meet in the middle? Do you think they'll be like, we'll give you $200,000?
Well, they might. And if they do, I think she'll accept that.
Okay, but
I would.
AMC right now is not...
They're not doing
They're not on the pattern of giving anybody what they want.
No, I know.
Sarah, what do you think?
Will she be... Amber.
Okay.
I do.
Me personally... I think she's got at least season 9 left.
Well, she might.
Just because I don't think they've...
Hell, they could kill her off in the first episode or something.
Right.
She could... Do you think maybe they've already killed her off and we just don't know it?
Yeah, like they've already planned it.
Yeah, even before the contract dispute.
I mean,
maybe
that
they
could
did.
Be a possibility.
And maybe this is like a big red herring just to get everybody to look the other way, and they're going to end up killing her in like the second or third episode and be like, they got you. Because nobody's going to see that coming.
Well, I mean, now they are, since that contract dispute's happening.
I mean, I wonder if
everybody's expecting, well, they ain't going to pay her enough, they're probably going to kill her off. I mean, that's really not.
I mean, if they have enough fans complaining, do you think they might possibly change their mind?
No.
No, because they're in the mindset of they have the best show on television. They can do what they want.
No.
Well, they're going to end up screwing themselves when they keep, like you said, losing main characters, and people are going to stop watching.
I will say that the fan backlash over the Carl decision caused showrunner Scott Gimple to be moved into another position.
Yeah.
So it does do something.
What happened to him?
They promoted him into like head of creative or something, but he doesn't oversee like the day-to-day show running.
No.
That was given to a woman who did some really good writing.
Yes.
I watched an episode about what she had done, but she did some of the best episodes. I can't remember exact. Did she write that Clear episode with Morgan?
Yes.
Yeah, that was what the episode where they first happened upon Morgan and he was living by himself in the top of that building in that abandoned town and was all doo-doo-doo.
Yeah. And he was marking off.
Was like trying to kill Rick and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she wrote that episode, if I'm not mistaken. But she did a lot of good work. Some of the best episodes of the series. So, anyway, we went a lot longer than we wanted to, but yeah, I wanted to get everybody's thoughts on it. And what are your thoughts? If you think Maggie's going to be sticking around through a few more seasons, following the comic book, or do you think they're going to kill her off this season as a result of a heated contract dispute, and she's going to end up on ABC in her own comedy show? Who knows? But anyway, we're going to call it a night. Make sure to check us out at Connuga and all of our daily streams. We put out a lot of content. And Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, February 23rd, 24th, 25th, at Connuga, those nights, we're going to be putting out a crap ton of content. Mm-hmm. Stay tuned, check it out, and we'll see everybody later. I'm Lonnie.
I'm Single Sarah.
I'm Amberlicious.
And we're Untitled Nerd Network, brought to you by Infinity Flux out of Hickson, Tennessee. Thanks for watching our thoughts on Lauren Cohan, the lady who plays Maggie, and her contract dispute with The Walking Dead.